Resolution 193 is a resolution that basically directs the city councilor that the Board of Alderman considers itself a necessary party in the event of any litigation surrounding the replacement of Sheriff Montgomery if he's removed or resigns from office. As we've had this discussion for quite some time, but the city councilor has a tricky position here in that by charter they represent both the mayor and the Board of Aldermen, and sometimes we don't see eye to eye on certain issues. That's what courts are for, but we have to be in the room in order for our voice to be heard. So this is basically just us telling him that we expect to be in the room and to be heard.
Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Board of Aldermen of the City of St. Louis as follows. Number one, the Board of Aldermen declares that it must participate for the reasons stated above in any process to fill a permanent vacancy in the office of the sheriffs occurring more than 9 months before the next general election. Furthermore, the full Board of Aldermen, including the president, should be a party to any declaratory judgment petition filed regarding the authority to fill such a vacancy. And the Board of Aldermen affirms its intention to engage collaboratively with the mayor and the comptroller in any appointment process that may occur. Number three, the Board of Aldermen expects that any future discussions, procedures, timelines, legal strategy, or legal proceedings developed regarding an interim sheriff appointment include the full board from the outset. And number four, the clerk of Board of Aldermen shall transmit a copy of this resolution to the mayor, the comptroller, and the interim city councilor upon its passage.
Point, I guess my question then, if you're not asking for outside counsel, you just want him to notify us, or you want him to include us as part of what should happen, anything that should happen? And can he do that if he's representing the mayor?
So that gets into a genuine conflicts check, and I'm not sure of the operational ability of that office, but I believe that for any declaratory judgment, all necessary parties, all interested parties should be in front of the court, and I think that the Board of Aldermen is an interested party just as much as the.
So would our real procedure be to ask him, because before I've had conflicts when people sued me and they ended up paying for a separate lawyer. Would it be that we would ask that we are being included and that we are hiring a lawyer, or we're using our own lawyer rather than asking Mr. Garvin to include us? Because I don't think he can do that now that he's representing the mayor.
I think that there's a real concern about conflicts, and ultimately I think that'll be a decision for him to make if his office is able to successfully navigate that conflict, or if it's something that'll need to be farmed out.
If he says he cannot, but we can hire a lawyer, would that satisfy you?
Absolutely.
As I read the resolution, when it comes to intervening, I don't know if the alderman may be willing to add a whereas where we're making it very clear that by passing this, that we're asking to intervene on the current. Now, when this resolution was being drafted, there was no filing from the city of St. Louis. Now that there is a filing, if there is the potential of maybe adding a new whereas where we're making it very clear by passing, the board is taking a stance to intervene on the current judgment that has now been filed. But as an alderwoman from the 7th was speaking, I think the resolution it's clear that we want to be part of the process, but I don't think we're making it very clear that we would like to, now that something is filed, to intervene on the current filing that is out there.
Yeah, I have no issue at all with an amendment like that. Sure. So in 1972, 1977, and 1978, there was vacancies in the sheriff's at the sheriff position, and in each of those instances, the Board of Aldermen both made the interim appointment as well as set up the special election.
Can you say that again, my fault?
Sure. So in 1972, 1977, and 1978, there were vacancies with the sheriff position, and in each of those instances, the Board of Aldermen both selected the interim sheriff as well as set up the special election.
Gotcha. Okay. And it was the board that set up those special elections in the past?
Yes, sir. I want to be very clear. This resolution is not about picking a fight with the mayor's office over who's going to serve as sheriff for 10 weeks. What this is making sure that we're protecting this institution, basically. The history, the precedent says that we should be involved in this process. And at the federal level and the state level, we're seeing executive grabs, and I think it's important that legislatures stand up and protect what is theirs.